Hey Rob, this is the second video where I'll go into some detail on some of the areas. Again, not all of them will apply, but it'll just give you a little more of an understanding about the system and how maybe it could help you or perhaps your clients. So let's go into find markets at this point. So this is, I mentioned to you, this is a Google option. Essentially, it ties into Google Trends through Google's big data to find information about pretty much anything. So let's just look something up here. We'll go surfboards in the United States over the past 12 months. So where are people looking for search surfboards in the United States? Well, it would make sense Hawaii, which is the number one here. It would make sense that there's California here, Florida makes sense to me. So it just gives you a very quick overview as to the market and where you might want to target. In addition to that, it gives you some stats in terms of, the interest shown. This is Google data, so this is Google Trends, and basically, this is an indicator of when people have been searching for this particular term. And notice here it's starting to drop off now, which is interesting. But it gives you an idea. This is just touching the surface of course, what you can do with this. There's, an unlimited number of options. I've limited it now to worldwide, United States and Canada. Could easily throw in the United Kingdom in there and anything else in Europe as well. So let's just, we'll type in, I don't know, football, England. I have no idea what will show up, but we'll just kind of play with it and see. But it's a lot of fun actually to play with. And sorry, I put England, but well, apparently interesting. New England was mostly interested in that, but I think it was just coming up because it's New England. So again, it's United Kingdom and then a lot of African countries here, Zimbabwe, which makes sense that they would be interested in that because I think there's a lot of interest within Zimbabwe with regards to football. So it just gives you an idea. I'm just kind of brushing the surface here, but it allows you to play with it and try and understand your market segment or your targeting a little bit better. So once you've done that, basically you would go into your lead search engine and you can be very, very specific or broad. So let's say I said surfboards and we'll say Hawaii. And it comes up with all of the surfboard companies in Hawaii that with their phone numbers and addresses and that sort of thing and where it's picking up the information from. You notice how fast that happened. It's a very fast search. But then from here you do a deep search and from there the deep search would find a lot more information about the contacts within those locations, the email addresses. It would find more social media links. It would find pictures potentially of the owners and those sort of things. So it would come back with a lot of data. You wouldn't, in this campaign, obviously, I don't think you guys would need this, but it's just something of interest in the future if anybody was interested. But in any case, after a deep search, all of the leads then get transferred over to the leads manager area. And so you would have in here all kinds of information about your leads, specific to, you just click on them and you can see more information. You can write notes. You can flag whether they're interested or not. Maybe they've written back to you. Maybe there was some other way that you found out that there's interest. Maybe it was the number of clicks or whatever you might be gauging at that time for the campaign. But you can specify whether it's just an email or phone lead. You can flag them in different ways. You can swap it between the two, whether you need if you just want to look at all the email leads or just the phone leads. So anyways, you can add manual leads in here as well. I've only got one in there just to show you for demo purposes, but it gives you an idea. Creating a message, like I say, it's very personal. And so for us, it was just an email. It looked like a normal email. Hi, first name. And I had a number of different ways that I would write the emails. They were very short, very sweet, just to engage and to have them write back to us. And that was our purpose. But again, the system allows for HTML. You can add your own HTML in here and send it out that way as well if you'd like. There's tons of templates out there. Envato is a great place to get templates, and there's many more. But you want it to be responsive, and you want it to, look and feel the way to fit the brand, obviously. But in any case, you can tag things so that it's very personalized for them. First, just the first name, full name, email, phone, organization. There's an unsubscribe link, and then you can upload different images, and the images also count as a tracker. So you'll be able to see whether they open it based on the image showing. And again, one of the things that I mentioned on the phone was with regards to links. So the links in this particular email, when you send it out, if they roll over them, it shows the domain that it's sitting on. So if it was on Deezer, it would show Deezer's actual domain name. And so you're less likely to get filtered out in terms of being spam because you're not spoofing the actual email address like MailChimp and others do. So that's another advantage of ours. And that's because of the pod system that I mentioned to you before. So then you'd send out a test message. You would market it, so you'd check it out. You can actually see in here what it will look like. You can send it to one lead as a test. You can send it to all leads. Once they're in there, it would show all here. If you want to send it just to the ones that had opened it or the ones who had clicked it, you can change your message and modify it a little bit and do it that way as well. So that's another option. Measurement. So this is it's a great option here. So you can see here, I've actually flagged this lead previously as sold, and so I did this in the monetize area, and that's right here. So any leads that are marked as interested automatically show up in the monetize area. So let's go back over to here and see. Notice there's nothing there now, but if I flag this as an interested lead, it automatically has been added to the monetize area. So now I click into monetize and I can specifically say how much was the agreement or contract with this individual, and let's say it was 5,500. And the beautiful thing is we just marked it as sold. I can flag it in my calendar. This ties into Google Calendar. I can make notes for it specifically. If there's any notes, they light up in green. And in the future, I want to tie this into a call management center where we can immediately call this individual for anybody that's interested and hasn't been sold, maybe to book appointments and that sort of thing. So that's down the road. The call button is actually just an icon at this point, but looking forward to some future stuff with that. So yeah, the other thing is, so the generate web form, very simple. Copy it to your clipboard, paste it into your website, and it's really that easy. It shows up as a form. They fill in the form. Everything gets populated into the leads management area. Importing additional leads, it's just a CSV file. You follow the template, upload your list, and that's it. It's pretty simple. Exporting your leads, so you can specify, how you'd like to export, and that's it on that one. And then adding unsubscribers, very similar to the template previously, but you're now adding unsubscribers in bulk, and you can upload lists there. There is within the create message option, if you put the tag in for your unsubscribe link, which you should, it will automatically unsubscribe them from that particular campaign. So if they click it, they're unsubscribed. But just in the case you needed to do it manually, this option exists for you. As I mentioned, you can make as many campaigns as you want. I've just made one here as a demo, but the option exists. So you just make a new campaign, and you can have as many as you want in here. So for the purpose of each concert, you could have the name of the concert as your campaign name, perhaps the date along with that. It shows up how many leads are in it and the date it was created, and so on and so forth. So you can categorize them that way. But for the purpose of this, we'll just keep it on this. Anyway, that's pretty much it. That's the dashboard. Notifications, this lights up here, and you go into notifications, and it tells you basically the leads list once you're making your lists, if you've created any, when it's complete. You can buy more leads. Of course, in our situation, that's open for discussion. Frequently asked questions. There's all kinds of videos in here as well. Each of the videos goes through how it works and some of the details around it. It's a little bit outdated, unfortunately. I've built upon the system even from these videos. So even though I think it was about maybe a year and a bit ago was the last update on those. But in any case, yeah, there's some valuable information in there still, and then contact us. And that's about it for the system. So I hope that helps. And if you have any questions, let me know. But otherwise, hope you've enjoyed the videos, and give me a shout once you're once you're chatting over there. Okay? Talk to you soon.